Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another recording of LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga. And we're going to finish out Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith today, so let's do it. We're taking on Darth Vader. Now, I have mentioned that I haven't actually watched Episode 1, 2, or 3, probably haven't even really sat through all of 4, 5, and 6, but I've probably seen in passing all 4, 5, and 6. Part of the reason that is because I'm very busy. But the other part of the reason is, until I think very recently, there has not been a good like DVD or Blu-ray collection of Star Wars. The right cut, as it were, of the movie. Because many elements were changed and then recut, and then there was director's cuts, and then remaster cuts, and George Lucas has really just made a mess of that, all that stuff. Padme is pregnant, and that's a very interesting Lego minifig pregnancy we were just showing there. And why did Anakin betray the Jedi? Is the question. We don't know, but we're getting destroyed here, so we need to run. This level, anytime you do something like this, you wanna, well, inevitably what happens is people end up dying quite a lot. In LEGO games, it doesn't really matter if you die, but it can get frustrating if you can't actually beat the level, if you are not getting the movement down just right. I mean, this is completely learning by failure and nothing more. I want to get this red brick too while we're here. The camera is certainly not helping here. And yeah, apparently I cannot jump to the right. I've tried it several times and I felt like I've gotten it, and it's just giving me an invisible wall. So instead we'll jump forward and continue with the story. There will jump over here and get a mini kit instead. There we go. At least we got something. So the camera needs to pull back a lot further as we're being chased, so we can actually see what we're going after. And it's alright if it is designed so that you die once, but no, I take that back. I don't think it is alright. I think if the game is, I think games should always be playable on easy in such a fashion that you would never die once, that you would never fail once, unless the story has it programmed for you to fail, and then that's always a little annoying too. And you can get away with it, the story being programmed for the story being written so you fail, if it is kind of the very last thing, because then there's people know that there was no way to succeed. Now I have 29 seconds to stop this place from blowing up. Now I have 44 seconds. I'm using the force to reinforce this ceiling from collapsing, I assume. What was that? I have no idea what's going on here, what I'm supposed to be doing. There you go, 41 more seconds. Well, it could simply be that Anakin Skywalker is simply just following the Emperor's orders, and let's see, what do I need? I need R2-D2 to get to that red block, which is actually over there and not where the arrow was pointing, which is often a problem in this game. Open this door. There we go, we escaped. Then he just pushes you. He figures, oh, this is a good place to fight. Did Anakin, like, allow a rage to consume him or something? Is there, like, some kind of hatred or pain or suffering that occurred? I did not beat that. I did not get that section open fast enough. Because as far as just watching the story unfold in the LEGO universe, it doesn't make a lot of sense. And this isn't fun. Watching getting set back because I'm just not realizing what I need to even do. I mean, from just what I've seen in the story, it feels very much like, well, Anakin, it has everything you could possibly want. Oh yes, I remember this level. Non-stop lava death. Trying to get all these collectibles. Jump over here and get this one. Jump over there to get this one. Oh, you died? Start over. Now there's less studs, so if you had died, because you died, you might not actually be able to make True Jedi anymore. But this thing is falling over. Too fast, it's falling over. We get over to this point, and now we fight. I don't know why they call him Darth Vader. Yeah, it's still Anakin Skywalker to me that you're fighting. And I assume what happens here means Padme thinks he's dead, and so Padme then has the kids and then raises them for a while, but not too long, and then separates. Wait, what does Padme do with her kids, and why doesn't she keep them together? Why in episode 4 do we see Luke Skywalker on a dusty planet living with Uncle Ben, who's not really even his uncle? Boy, do I need to get these on Blu-ray. I need to get the whole set on Blu-ray and just set down some time to watch it. I'm not sure there actually is a Lego minifig anywhere that's been pregnant. Oh, so Padme dies. So that kind of explains some of it, but then why do they separate the kids anyways? I separated the kids to keep them safe, that doesn't make any sense. What is going on with Emperor Palpatine that he just gets older and worse looking each time? And so now his force powers seem to be amplified by the suit. Is that really the case? Did he even get stronger with the force by being horribly disfigured? Or is it that the rage in him grew and that made him more powerful with the force? Is the force an emotional thing? If it is an emotional thing, how come the shields can stop it? Why can't people with force powers walk up to like switches that are far distance away and trigger shields to turn them off and walk into banks and rob them? I guess you wouldn't be much of a Jedi if you were robbing banks. Although that would be an interesting side story, is if it turned out that there were some Jedi out there that never were trained in the high morals of the supposedly high morals of the Jedi, and so he was just running around manipulating people with mind tricks and robbing banks and doing whatever he pleased. So, as far as episode 3, it's definitely better than episode 2 because there was only one flying mission and it was pretty good. There was the last level, Darth Vader, where you died a lot. It's hard to tell. I'm not sure if episode 1 or episode 3 is the best for this game so far. I'll just leave it at a tie, I guess. It's good though. It's way better than 2. And this would be where the technically second LEGO game ended, because when they first released it, it was Star Wars the original series at episode 4, 5, and 6, and then Star Wars the prequel series 1, 2, and 3, and we're playing the complete saga, which is the combination of those 2 games, and some tweaks to these games, because there would have been 160 gold bricks and collectibles, and the red bricks would have been a little bit better laid out if you played the game separately. Well, actually no, it probably would only be 80 bricks if in the separate versions of the game. Now, I don't think you can get the separate versions of the game on Steam, so if you were just trying to get achievements for the PC, I think that would be a silly waste of your time. There's probably a lot quicker games you could get achievements on. But there's definitely something. The red bricks would be spread out differently. Yeah. A lot of things would be different, I guess, because you would have less characters. As far as the characters we've unlocked, it's been quite small. The fact that you can unlock so many characters is really just pandering to people who love the minifigs, and I would like the minifigs. Frankly, the different characters in the Star Wars universe don't interest me that much. I'll take a Han Solo, I'll take a Chewbacca, I'll take R2-D2, but when you're talking R4-C3, which is just a different colored R2-D2, no, I'm not really interested. Or if you're talking a specific clone trooper versus a different one because he's painted blue instead of yellow, I'm not really interested in a minifig in that fashion, because I'm not tied to those characters. There's far too many characters in the Star Wars movies already, and to expand that universe is not something I'm interested in. I'm not interested in any story of anything where I get so involved with it that I'm demanding they create a actual story. Kind of like the Harry Potter series. I'm sure that people who read the Harry Potter books are very interested in all of those people, but from my perspective, I just wanted to see a movie about Harry Potter, and that was about it. And it kept getting bigger and bigger, and that wasn't really a big problem with the Harry Potter movie series. The real big problem, I think, is both with the books and the series, if I'm going to review Harry Potter, is that as Harry aged down the books, they stopped being this interesting tale of being in a magical world, and they all started focusing around fighting a big evil that I really wasn't expecting or asking for. If Harry Potter had just gone to Hogwarts and it was just the story of him growing up and he really didn't deal with any real big evils or giant war that it kind of turned into, that would have been fine with me. So we're at 19.6. So 1/5 of the game is done. We have the super story mode, and apparently all you have to do is get one mini kit completely built and you get mini kit bonus, which we'll quickly jump in here. Let's just skip it. Well, actually, it's the same. This is the only place you get to play with mini kits, I guess. So there is a place you can play them. I thought there was. You're just playing against the clock in one player mode to get to 1,000,000 studs. It doesn't get you any gold bricks, but it does allow you to play as the mini kits, so that's kind of nice. Super story mode is the one where we all have to run through the whole thing. Next recording we will start episode 4, A New Hope. But we technically should be closer to 50% done, and we're not even at 20% done. It would, if all the collectibles, if beating things in free play mode, if doing all of those things helped, weren't in the game, it would help. So we now have a bad guy that we can play as, and because we have a bad guy that shows up as one of the mini characters that we could play as, they will start fighting each other. So now it will no longer be a peaceful cantina full of just the characters we like. It is also the bad guys because of him. And they will break into fights. Let's see. Of the bonuses, we did number 3, so we don't have enough to check out number 2 still, but we'll see what number 3 is as far as the next level. The Gunship Cavalry original level. So this is the original Gunship Cavalry level. Let's see. The Grand Army of the Republic has been called in action led by Mace Windu. Yoda, the new clone forces clash with the Separatist drone armies. Obi-Wan and Skywalker engage the enemy as pursuit of Count Dooku with the Republic attack the gunship. So let's hop into it. Come on, just go. Just go, text. Just go, text. They're stretching this out so it plays more. Plays on. So this level is actually from the second chapter. And boy am I dying. And immediately you see me die. It's probably the same level. It's just been shifted 45 degrees, and that makes all the difference. So yeah, destroy these lasers. I want to see, like, if you fall off, you die. So probably in the movie, this is exactly what it looked like. I don't know what those things are even. They probably just blow up on. But you can see how I'm just taking 4 hits and dying. How anybody would turn over this level and say it's done just speaks terrible to the work ethic of the program. I don't want to get nasty here, but look at this. This is ridiculous. I bet these missiles that are falling will hit me too and blow me up. You can't even do anything. You fall to your death. You fight. I mean, how could this again, is not a level that should be included as an extra. This is something that somebody should have flushed down the toilet. This is something that nobody should have allowed out the door. Where was the manager of this project going, that can't be shown, that is going to speak badly on us? I'm sure there are people that can play this level and win. It's just the average player couldn't. Am I supposed to hold myself back? No. So much like the original Pod Racer level, just garbage. Garbage that shouldn't have even been included. Wow. That is aggravatingly bad. Literally aggravatingly bad. So let's go see what this is. Then, A New Hope, we haven't done that one. You know, and then number 5 is the Lego City, which I showed that off already. Number 6 needs 50 to be included, and I need 2 more to show off number 2, and then number 1. These will never stay put together, unfortunately, which is good because it gives you a significant amount of studs every time. So I imagine they just wanted to fill out this area, and they didn't know what else to put in here. So they included these levels. I think there would have been, there's a better way to handle this. They could have, if they just wanted number 5, which is Lego City, and that's probably all they really needed to include, and the trailers, I feel like you could have added 2 more doors to this area. This is a pretty busy area, but if you had, say, put this in the second area and this in the second area, that would have been fine. And then just had trailers and that one secret gold door. But as it stands, it only hurts the game that those exist. That those original levels exist in any form anybody can experience. That is not fun. That is not fun. I do like this hub area though, I have to admit. I wish more games were like this, where you walked around to choose your levels. It's slow as all get out, I will fully admit, and there should be some like quick select through the menu, or you should probably never see the cantina as much as I am, because I am going back to the cantina each time after each level. But here I can get an Indiana Jones hat and a kid's hat, and there's There's the earmuffs that Princess Leia wears. Okay. See what he gets when he gets the earmuffs. Yeah, it changes his hair, but it goes back as soon as he takes it off. So, but I like the concept of this area. Anywho, that's gone long enough for this level. Let's see, I'll just go into this guy. We will start the next recording right here, and we will begin episode 4. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps me out. Let me know in the comments how I'm a terrible video game player and it's super easy to beat those original versions of the level. I don't believe you for a second if you do say that though, because if it was easy, it would have been left in the game. I am still very firmly in the place that I feel that the flying around missions could have been eliminated completely and it would have been fine. Replaced with something different or just completely left out. Either way would have been fine probably. Uh, but if you want to support me, which I would be greatly appreciated, you can click on my name Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. Any amount would be greatly appreciated again. And then down below in the description box I have links to all my social media sites. So follow and friend me on all of those. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.